And
a misty start to another big cup day in Bristol. Clifton Suspension Bridge, the city's most recognisable landmark. But Ashton Gate was the place to be as far as the locals were concerned. And no one's more of a local than Johnny Woodford, a City fan since 1909.
I should be 94, September the 24th.
Of course, the younger generation were there in force too. Charlton fans sported the painted face look, but should it be red and white or white and red? Meanwhile, opposing managers Alan Kirbishley and Russell Osman were reminiscing. They played against each other in the 1975 FA Youth Cup final. Inside the Charlton dressing room, Gary Nelson limbered up to the music. Kim Grant had his own routine. But Stuart Balmer preferred to just take it easy, as Kirbishley chalked up the names for the tactics talk. Outside, Charlton's other joint manager, Steve Gritt, was psyching himself up too. City's way of preparing for the game was a gentle session in the gymnasium. Nearly 6,000 Charlton fans had made the trip from South London, a place in the quarter-finals at stake. Bristol City v Charlton, the clash of the giant killers. Charlton had stunned Blackburn at Ewood Park in round 4 with Darren Pitcher's strike. Bristol had humbled Liverpool in round 3 at Anfield, their goal hero, Brian Tinnion. And 11 minutes into this fifth round tie, it was Tinnion who made his mark again. A great start for City and a terrific left-foot shot from Tinnion, his 7th goal of the season. Charlton responded with a free kick of their own, but Kim Grant volleyed over when he should have scored. And the half ended with Charlton pressing for an equaliser. Alan Pardew just off target this time. Pardew's cup pedigree, the winner for Palace in that amazing 4-3 semi-final defeat of Liverpool 4 years ago. Into the second half, Nelson's spectacular shot went agonisingly close. As the pace hotted up, so too did tempers. Pardew catching City keeper Keith Welch and earning himself a booking from referee Keith Hackett in the process. Charlton's equaliser followed soon afterwards. Scott Minto did well down the left, crossing for Mark Robson. Elation for Robson, but that celebrating with the fans was to cost him a yellow card. Hackett ruling the gesture was crowd incitement. So Robson joined Pardew in the book.
I was a bit disappointed with it. I scored the goal, and the first thing I done was to sort of go to the fans, and I jumped up onto the fence just quickly. I was literally on there and off again. Just put my arm up, jumped straight back down, and the referee booked me for jumping on the fence, which I was a bit disappointed about.
our pictures back that up, that you were literally just on there for a second.
Yeah, I was. I mean, you know, if I'd have stayed on there for a little while and did a little bit on there, I suppose then he had a right to book me. But I say I was just literally on there, up, put my arm in the air, straight back down again, and I got booked for it.
Minto, the architect of Robson's goal. Robson unlucky perhaps to be booked, but from this angle a shade fortunate with his finish. Before the end, a bizarre incident. City boss Osman came onto the pitch. He wanted Minto to use the original match ball, and also perhaps to point out that there might be a bit of time wasting going on. Well, the crowd loved it, but again, Mr. Hackett didn't, and another person was about to get a lecture.
What exactly did he say?
He just asked me how long I thought was left. No, I just had a quiet word, that was all. No problem.
Before the end, one last flourish from City, but sub-Junior Bent and then Dave Martin were both thwarted as the game ended a 1-1 draw.
A blood and thunder cup tie, wasn't it? You know, from start to finish. We probably got too involved in the physical side of things than we should have done. But that's what cup football is about. There's no quarter asked, no quarter given.
I think that when you've got 22 players who see a quarter-final in front of them, perhaps haven't never been there before, it's worth fighting for, I think. And we felt first half we got bullied out of it, really. We wasn't really at it. Second half we came out and we got more into the game.
We'll pick them up, and I'm sure when we go to the Valley they'll expect to be doing the same sort of job as they did at Anfield and the same as Stockport.
The one worry for the fans, the Valley only has a capacity of 8,500.
It's very disappointing because we've had Burnley. We could have sold a lot more tickets for Burnley first round. Blackburn, obviously, we could have sold it twice over, 3 times over. And Bristol, I think, will bring, if they could, at least 6,000 or 7,000. So it's a bit disappointing. It's unfortunate.
One nice touch at the end. Gary Nelson paraded in a red and white wig thrown to him by a fan. So a replay it is on Wednesday week at the Valley. Final score, Bristol City 1, Charlton Athletic 1.